I'm driving again, so this is going to be a little video on me driving and talking to you guys. I hope each and every one of you guys are doing awesome and doing amazing. And for those of you that are not doing awesome and amazing, know that my prayers and thoughts go out to you guys. I do keep all of you guys in my prayers. I'm also have a job interview to go to, so fingers crossed that it goes okay. I know that it may take me a few times going to interviews before I get hired, but hopefully they will need somebody, because I heard that they had to get rid of everybody at Pop Shelf. That's where I'm going for an interview at. Um, the manager caught them stealing. They were stealing a lot of merchandise, and she had to fire her whole entire crew because she caught them taking the stuff out the back door. So hopefully she will hire me. I gotta go after I drop this off back at my husband. I gotta drop him off something right quick, and then I'm going to the interview. Hopefully everything will go okay. I do know that the lady, she went ahead and took a copy of my ID and everything. So hopefully everything will go okay. I am really thankful for anything that I can get right now at this time. I am desperately needing a job right now. I don't know why it said that. Sorry about that. I was trying to read y'all's messages, and for some reason it went blank. But anyways, so hopefully she'll hire me. If not, it's okay. There's other jobs out there. So, but hopefully everything will go okay. I'm needing a job right now. My daughter, as you guys know, has been drawing disability ever since she was 8 years old. She's been drawing disability. And they cut her check out. They said that she is not disabled now. There's nothing wrong with her, that she is fine. And they determined that by just asking her a few simple basic questions, not really evaluating her like they need to. I have to help my daughter take a bath every day, shower. I have to help her shave. I have to remind her to wear deodorant all the time. I also, when she's on her period, I also have to remind her to change her pad, because she will let it get really, really bad before she changes it. So I have to remind her, and then she'll think she does stuff and really does not. So I have to constantly remind her. She doesn't remember a full conversation that we have, like within 5 to 10 minutes. She doesn't even remember what I said to her. She don't know anything like that. She does have a 4th grade reading level. She is in special ed classes, and I do not think that their thing that they determined her not being disabled, I don't think is correct. That's just my opinion on it. I'm at my husband's job. I'm fixing to walk in just a minute. But I don't think that they should have done that. She is disabled. She may not have seizures now, but from her having those seizures, it has made her slow. She's a very smart, intelligent girl, don't get me wrong, but it takes her a little longer than a normal 15-year-old to understand and comprehend stuff. She doesn't know how to cook anything, doesn't know how to wash and dry clothes, which when you're 15, you should know how to do some of it, the basic stuff, not everything, but the basics. She doesn't know how to do that, and it worries me that they would decide that she's not disabled. But there's people out here, and I want to point this out. There is people out here that draw disability for being bipolar or having some kind of mental stuff wrong with them, and they draw a check. But they can really go out here and get a job. So that's no excuse to be drawing a check. I'm just saying. When other adults that find out they have a disability and kids have a disability really desperately need it. You know what I'm saying? Also, a lot of people said, well, why don't you appeal it? I thought about appealing it, but if I don't win, I have to pay everything back that they gave me from right now. If I appeal it and I say it's 6 months from now, I have to pay all that back. And I do not have the money for that. I think I'm going to take her to another doctor to reevaluate her better than what they did and go to the Social Security office and reapply for it. That's what I think I'm going to do. I know it's going to be a headache. It's going to take a little time. But I think that's what I'm going to do. Although Katie does want to try to work, so I am going to try to see if how she does and if she does okay. So I think I'm going to wait just a little bit to see if she's going to be okay or not. And if I can see that she's not going to be okay, because I told her, you got to be fast-paced at jobs. You can't take 30 minutes making something or doing something. You're on a time frame. You have to be fast at what you're doing. You have to get stuff out like that. And they're going to be yelling, but they're not yelling at you. They're trying to yell because all the machines are loud, especially restaurants. The machines are loud, so they talk loud. It makes it seem like they're yelling at you, but they're not. It's because they can't even hear themselves, so they have to talk loud. She doesn't do too good with that. She starts crying, getting emotional, upset, crying. So, I don't know how this is going to do. She did apply for a grocery store job, bagging and like getting buggies in and stuff like that for a couple of hours. So, hopefully, she can do that for like 3 or 4 hours a day just to get her started slowly, because that grocery store deals with special needs kids. So, hopefully, she'll get that job. I just wish they would have gave us a little more time, because we have taxes due and it's almost $1,000 and it's due, I think in a few weeks. And we have half of it up. We've got to come up with the other half. So I was hoping that I would have had a job and had some income coming in. It does help have income coming in before this happened, but unfortunately it happened now. And it is making it really stressful on us, not just on me and my husband, but also the kids. My sister-in-law is stressed out as well. It's really stressful in the household right now to where everybody's arguing with everybody. It's really crazy in the household right now. But anyways, I'm trying to make it. I'm hoping and praying that I get this job. If not, I did apply at a few other places. So hopefully I'll hear back from them. I desperately need a job. I don't care if it's $8 an hour. I would prefer $9 an hour, but I will take whatever I can get right now. I'm thankful for anything I get right now, and I'm blessed for anything that I get right now. And I also didn't do a video on these nails, but Rose sent me these nails, and I've been wearing them. They're really, really cute. Love, love, love them. They're doing pretty good right now. They're really pointy. When I scratch my husband's back, he's like, "Oh, you're doing that too rough. Just stop, stop, too rough." But they're not long. They're like medium lengths, and they're pretty good. Pretty good nails. Thinking about ordering some off of Shein. Their nails are really cheap. If you haven't checked their their website out, go check their website out. They have all kinds of stuff, not just nails, earrings, makeup. Twisted Gypsy did a haul on some makeup, Wonka's chocolate makeup. I'm probably not saying that right, so please don't butcher me for that. But she had a collection of makeup, which is awesome looking and it's beautiful looking. And she also has some really cute earrings and some cute t-shirts. Really cheap. They look awesome. Go check her channel out. Tell her I sent you guys. She is also trying to reach a milestone so she can do 2 makeup giveaways. So go check her out. She is awesome. Also this weekend, me and my husband are supposed to do a little hiking or walking around. So I will try to do a video depending on where we go to walk or hike. I'll try to do a little short video on it for you guys so you guys can see that. I'm not really sure where we're going or what we're going to do yet. But he is off Saturday and Sunday. So we will definitely, if it's not raining, definitely do something. I'm wanting to really go to Panther Creek. So hopefully he'll be up for that, and we can go to Panther Creek and kind of explore it a little bit. It is a little different from there. It is really spiritual stuff going on, Indian spiritual stuff. When you go a certain area, you'll start feeling nauseous and sickness and all that. And that's where we experienced with the dog. His name is Elmo. We went a couple of years ago with him, and he kept pulling back and pulling back and pulling back with his tail between his legs, and he didn't want to go any further. He was freaked out. And when we first got there, he was all up for it, wanting to walk and pull us and go around everywhere. And the kids were with us that day. My daughter was actually on her period that day. And anyways, when we went across the bridge, he kept pulling us back, wanting to go back the other direction with his tail between his legs and wanting to go back. He was freaked out and he was scared. And then we all started smelling this weird, nasty, wet smell. It was nasty smelling. So my husband's like, come on, let's go a little further. And I was like, I don't think we need to do that. You guys know when you get that feeling that you don't need to go any further, that something in danger is up ahead, you don't need to go any further. That's what I was feeling, and I was like, we do not need to go any further. I'm very spiritual with stuff, like I can I interact with the spiritual world and stuff, so I can tell danger, good spirits, bad spirits, I can tell that. And I was like, we need not to go any further. He's like, come on, let's go a little further. Let's just go a little further. We ain't got to go far, but let's go a little further. So I was like, okay. So we went a little further, and then we started getting rocks thrown at us. It sounded like limbs breaking everywhere around us on both sides, and we're on a little ridge, a ridge above us and a ridge below us, and then we're getting the stuff thrown at us on each side of us. And it sounded like they were getting closer and closer and closer to us. And I took off running. And I said, I am running back to the other direction. I am not going any further. And my husband wanted to stay, and I was like, come on. And it sounded like they were running, and trees breaking and everything else, and it was crazy. But now I know what it is. But I have went there as a kid my whole entire life. As a child, my mom would always go camping there with my stepdad. Always go camping there. We'd always camp out. Weird stuff would always happen, you guys. It'd be spiritual stuff. I actually seen Indian spirits when I was younger. I didn't realize that's what it was at first till I got older. When I got older, I started remembering things about the place, and I was like, oh, that's what I was seeing. I seen Indian spirits. They were like real, like us. They didn't even look like a spirit. It looked like a real person. But it is, I guess you could say, haunted a little bit with Indians, because a lot of Indians got killed from us, unfortunately. And so anyways, I would really like to go there to Panther Creek. That's what it is, and I do believe it's in South Carolina, Panther Creek. It is very, you do not get any service there at all. No service at all anywhere. And before you get on this road, it is a long road, and it has a church off to the side, and it has like these long tables, and then it has like a creek on the other side, and it's this long road, and it goes way down in there, off in there, and you don't even get no service. As soon as you turn on that road, no service at all. So you don't even get no good radio signal. You don't get anything. So you're pretty much on your own when you go out there. So if you guys go out there or just get curious and you're down towards South Carolina's way and you get curious and want to go to the Panther Creek, I would just take a weapon with you just to be on the safe side, because you never know. There are panthers out there. Yes, they are. There's bears out there. There is mountain lions there. So there's Bigfoot there as well, along with being haunted. It's really creepy and it's crazy. It's okay during the day, except we encountered it during the day. the Bigfoot thing. I think we got too close to its nest, and it had some young, and they get really aggressive when you get near their young. So I do believe that's what happened. But now I know what it is. I would like to go back there just to explore a little bit more. And yes, I will carry a weapon on me, but I'm not going to use it unless I absolutely have to. I don't like using a weapon unless I absolutely have to. I'm not going to go out there doing all kind of crazy stuff. I'm not that type of person. I don't like using a gun unless I have to. And please don't flag my page because I said that. I'm just saying it's always safe when you're going somewhere and you do not get a signal to first let someone know where you're going, so they know if you don't come back, they know where to go look for you at. A lot of people has went missing. Nothing. Watched the beginning of the video. They're amazing, and I really, really appreciate these nails. I've been wearing them. I didn't do a video because I've been trying to do a lot of things and get everything straightened up. I'm still going through a lot of stuff that I don't need and getting rid of. But they're really, really cool. I love that. But I'm fixing to go in here and take this to my husband. Pause just for a second, and I will be right. I really do appreciate, though, each and every one of you guys. You guys are awesome and amazing. But as I was saying, some people don't believe in Bigfoot. That's okay. You can believe in whatever you want to believe in. Dogmen, werewolves, all that stuff. You don't believe in it, that's okay. That's your opinion. But just know that they are real, okay? Just experience. They are real. But as I was saying, we used to go to Panther Creek all the time as a kid, camping. We'd always hear like a lady screaming. Well, that was a panther. So it is very dangerous out there. You're taking a risk when you go. Sorry about that. But you are taking a risk when you go. And unfortunately, the weather here is kind of bad. It's cloudy, it's rainy, and it looks like crap here. So, yeah. But I'm headed back home right now. I gotta get finished getting dressed to look a little more professional to go to a job interview. I don't want to overdo it, but I want to look, halfway decent. But anyways, another thing, Twisted Gypsy, you guys go check her channel out. She's an awesome and amazing person. She does different things like I do. She's a sweetheart. Go check her out. And if you haven't told your family members, your friends, or someone that you know, tell them about my channel. I am trying to reach a milestone, and I'm almost there. Greatly appreciate you guys. I know a lot of people don't. Some people watch my channel, but a lot of them don't get on there too much because they have a very, very busy life, which is understandable. When I get a job, I am going to be very busy, but I'm still going to do my channel. That's something I really enjoy doing, so that won't change. I still am going to do my channel. I enjoy talking to you guys. You guys are like my other family, and I really appreciate it because here where I live, I do not have many friends at all, and I'm being straight up honest with you. When I got straight and sober, those people that I thought were my friends, they disappeared. So, which is okay, because I gotta have a straight sober life. In order to have a straight sober life, you have got to quit hanging around the people that do it, or you will relapse and you will fall back down in that hole again. So if you want to stay straight and sober and have your head up high, you can still talk to the people and try to encourage them to get straight and sober, but you do not need to be hanging out with them on the daily, because it will make you relapse and fall back down in that hole again. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to work so hard and then fall back down in the hole. Which a lot of people are concerned about me. They are worried about me. They think that I'm going to relapse. And I done told them over and over that I do not miss being sick. I don't miss that feeling at all whatsoever. I don't miss having cold chills. burning up, feel like I have the flu, having diarrhea from it, throwing up from it, just feel like my skin's ripping off, feel like my bones are breaking. I don't miss that. I don't miss it at all, and I wish I had all that money that I spent. You don't realize how much money you spend until you spend it. Until you get straight and sober, you do not realize how much money you spend until you get straight and sober. And that, a lot of money. That's all I'm saying. But yes, and another thing my counselor was saying, she was like, just because you are tapering down, don't think, you need to go all the way through with it. I'm at 12 milligrams now, go down 4 milligrams each time. I calculate it should be around February when I'm done. And she said, just because you go down more and more milligrams, don't think, oh, this is too much money for that, because you need to go all the way through with it. And I said, I understand that. I know. And there's a loud truck beside me. But also, another thing that she was talking to me about, she said, she was like, you do know you have to keep your surroundings sober people. You can't be hanging out with people that do stuff. You don't need to be hanging out with crowds like that. You need to keep your head up. You need to keep yourself together. Do not be hanging out with people that are going to make you be so stressed out one day that you're going to fall back down, and it only takes one day and you fall back down in that hole. And you'll say to yourself, I'm only going to do it one time, and then that one time winds up being a lot more than the one time. And then she says, usually people start out on pills. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that, you guys. I didn't mean to flip y'all. Sorry. I went around the curve and it flipped. Sorry about that. But, anyways, she was just saying, usually it starts out with pills, Percocets, Lortabs, Roxys, all that kind of stuff. Even anxiety medication, people take advantage of that and take it way too much. Xanax bars, Klonopins, and all that shit. They take that way too much, and it becomes a problem. It becomes abuse. And then she said usually it starts out like that, and then when they can't find that, they get so fucking desperate, excuse my language, that they go to heroin, cocaine, and meth. And I said, well, I can tell you this. I have never, ever let it affect me being a mother to my kids. They always come first and always will. I made sure my bills were paid. I made sure my kids had what they need. That's why I went a lot of days being sick as a dog. Is to make sure they had everything they needed. Now, a lot of people that talk to me that is in recovery too, they say, well, I lost custody of my kids. I lost my house. I lost my car. I lived in a house without power and water for a long time. That's what a lot of them say to me. Because they let their problem get that bad. So, yes, my problem was still bad, don't get me wrong. But when I noticed the pills wasn't even affecting me, and I was taking what I always took. Sorry about that too. I noticed that what I always took was not working anymore. I was like, I've got to get help, because I have OD'd several times and did not mean to do it. A lot of people that overdose, they don't mean to do that intentionally. They don't mean to do it. It happens because you get so caught up, you don't realize how much you're taking until it's too late. What made me change my whole world is when I was at a park with the kids. They were playing, having fun. I was enjoying watching them. I was actually coloring as they played. And all of a sudden, I started feeling really weird. then I got to thinking that I took way too much pills. Took Lortabs, the highest ones, and I took like 3 or 4 of them. You're not supposed to do that, and I did. And I had to go in the bathroom floor. I had a seizure in the process, and I was sweating like crap, and I passed out. And I remember my daughter grabbing me and shaking me and saying, "Mom," because I told them to come in the bathroom with me, because I didn't want to leave them at the park playing with me being in the bathroom, because that's how kids get kidnapped. So I told them to come in the bathroom with me, and I threw up, and then I laid down and curled up in a ball and started jerking and shaking. And my daughter said, "Mom, do you want me to get your phone and call 911? Mom, I said, "No, just give me a minute, I'll be okay. Just give me a minute, I'll be okay." Well, that day made me have an eye-opener. Like, that did it for me. That was it. I'll never forget the way they looked at me, their faces. I'll never forget it. That I don't want to ever see that again. That really changed everything for me. And the first time that I did it, I was actually, when I overdosed and didn't mean to, I was actually in the bedroom, laying down, fixing to go to bed, and my heart started feeling really weird and funny, like it wasn't beating like it was supposed to. And I started to feel like I was going to pass out, and then I started jerking and stuff in my sleep, jerking and stuff. I was having another seizure, and it was from me overdosing. Overdosing can make you have a seizure, it can make you have a stroke, it can make you have all kinds of stuff. It can affect your heart, everything. But that one day, that should have did it for the first time. It should have did it for me, but it didn't. But that last time, when my kids looked at me like that, I said, I can never do this to them or put them through that ever again. And I know a lot of families that my dog, she's whining because we're almost home, and she always does this. Gets really excited when we get near the house. She's looking out the window now. You okay? And I gave them a bath yesterday, by the way. Give them an oatmeal bath with oatmeal stuff, warm water, just kept pouring it over them. Got the flea comb, got fleas off of them. Then put lavender soap on them, massaged it in their body really, really well. And then I put a little conditioner on them, and then got all the fleas off like that, because that's the way to get them off, because it drowns them in the water. So if you guys need a tip on how to give your dogs a bath, that's the way you can do it. I'm just trying to, you see her? Watch her. What is it, girl? You excited? We home? Are you excited? What is it? What is it? Come here. What is it? Are you excited? Are you excited? You excited? No, what are you? You're excited. She starts doing this shaking thing as well when she gets really, really excited. But anyways, a lot of people say, and a lot of families, they do go through the struggle with watching their loved one have a drug addiction problem, but they kind of go through it and then they kind of don't. I know they always say, "Oh, I know what you're going through," but if you've never had a drug problem or any kind of problem, you have no clue what it does to you mentally, physically, everything. It really fucks you up. And that really irritates me when people, they've never touched a drug in their life, and they say, "Oh, I know exactly what you're going through. I know exactly what you're going through." But they don't. They have no clue what you're going through. No idea. For an example, I've already had depression. I've already had anxiety, panic attacks. Already had all that before that problem. Then when I started doing pills and then I got clean and sober, it started getting worse. My depression started getting really bad. My anxiety got really bad. My panic attacks got really bad, up the roof. I mean, up the roof really bad. But, it's done now. But I am so proud of where I'm at right now. I love my life where I'm at right now. I'm really thankful and blessed that I have a second chance. Another thing that I want to reach out to you guys and the young generation: never do stuff to try to fit in a crowd. I don't care what they tell you. Oh, well, I'm not going to be your friend no more, or I'm not going to be your friend, or you can't hang out with us, you can't sit with us, blah, blah, blah. You can get better friends than that. If they're a true friend, they wouldn't be making you do stuff like that. Point blank. They would not be making you do stuff like that, period. At all, whatsoever. Another thing, when kids are trying to talk to their parents, the parents get so tied up in doing whatever they're doing, they forget to talk to their kids or listen to their kids sometimes. So, you guys, just take a step back. When your kids need you, they're not going to be young forever. Listen to them. Listen to what they say. Most of this stuff they're learning from school. Learning it from school. Learning what all these drugs are. Learning what alcohol is. Learning sex. Learning everything that you wouldn't even imagine of when you were a kid thinking of. They come home telling me stuff, and I'm like, really? This is going on at school? Are you serious? Are you serious right now? Yeah, they had a drug bust, and the boy had drugs in his locker. Like, are you serious? At school? And this is middle school. Middle school. Not high school, middle school. So, just listen to your kids. That is the problem that we are having, is parents, grandparents, whoever has the children and taking care of the children needs to start listening to the kids. Listening. Stop doing whatever you're doing and listen to them. Listen to them. Listen to what they got to say, because it might be something very, very important, and you're just brushing them off and telling them, oh, it's okay, whatever. No, it's not okay. Stop doing what you're doing and listen to them. A lot of kids, that's how they start using drugs, is because they're so depressed, because their parents don't want to listen to them, or they don't have their parents to talk to about stuff. And I always tell my kids, not parents, always tell my kids, if you have anything in the world you want to talk to me about, come and talk to me. Even though you think I don't want to hear it, still come and talk to me about it, please. I will try to give you the best advice that I can about the situation. Whatever situation it is, whatever it's about, I will try my best to give you the best advice I can give you, in the correct way I can. Now, no, I'm not perfect. No, I'm not too good with wording things. I always screw up with what I'm trying to say or what I'm trying to get across. It does take me some time to think about what I'm trying to say or what I'm trying to get my point across. And I do lag in that area, and I do apologize to you guys, because some of you guys probably notice it and be like, what the hell? Like, girl, you got problems. I know, but everybody has problems. Some just don't want to admit that they have problems. The sooner you admit that you have any kind of problem, your life will be a lot easier. For an example, quit being in denial about being depressed. If you're depressed, admit that you're depressed. If you have some kind of health issue, admit that you have a health issue. And don't be talking down about yourself. Don't be saying you're ugly and you're fat, or you're too skinny, or you look wrinkly, or anything bad about yourself, because it's not going to make anything good in your life go. You have to learn to love yourself, accept yourself, before you can love your family and before you can love your spouse. Whether that be a female, male, a girl and a boy getting married, or whatever. That's why I said spouse. You have to learn to love yourself, accept yourself, before you can move forward. If you don't, you will never be able to get anywhere in life. Period. Point blank. You will not. I'm still struggling with trying to... Oh, dropped my keys. Trying to talk to my husband, learning how to talk to him, learning how to communicate with him. Sometimes I do say the wrong things. I'm not trying to say the wrong thing. I'm not meaning to say the wrong thing. And before I know it, I say the wrong thing to him, and then he gets upset with me. And I don't mean to. It's not that I'm meaning to do it intentionally. I do not mean to do it. It's not on purpose. Sometimes I don't realize I'm doing it until after it's done did, and then there's everybody upset, whether it be my husband, my kids, or my sister-in-law. And I am not trying to upset anybody, but sometimes I come off the wrong way, and I'm not trying to or not meaning to do that. But, like I said, no one's perfect. But I'm fixing to get off here and finish getting dressed for the interview thing, and I will let you guys know that. It may be a short little video for me letting you guys know that, but I will be back on here. It's not that far from my house, so I'm going to go there. I got to get in here and finish getting dressed, and I'm going to go there, see what she has to say. Fingers crossed everything goes okay, everything goes good, and I will have a job soon. We're really needing income coming in because my husband, unfortunately, yes, he works at the hospital, but the more you make, the more they take out. So we are desperately needing help. I'm hoping and praying I can get a job soon. I will be back to do a short video. Won't be a long video like this one. Do a short video to let you guys know how it went. You guys take care of yourself. Remember to love yourself before you can love anybody else. And remember to listen to people when they want to talk to you. And I really do appreciate you guys, and you guys are awesome. Thank all of you for listening to me, watching my videos. Don't forget to hit the like button, and you guys make sure you are subscribed to me. I have a lot of people watching my videos, but they're not subscribed to me. I would really appreciate it if you guys just hit that subscribe button. It's free, doesn't charge you anything. Just hit that subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys soon, and you guys take care of yourself. I'll be back soon.